when he stepped out and the jungle opened into a huge bowl where he could look down, way, way down. He could see there 3 heads in the water, heads with arms moving slowly to keep them afloat, and a few bright rays of sunlight pouring down onto them. And when he saw this, his stomach fluttered and rose. Something sour came up, and he spit it out.
When the author says his stomach fluttered, I get a feeling of that because I know that feeling whenever I get nervous.
Yeah, totally. Same with me. I like the way he said that because it describes what the person feels. But I like the way the writer said the jungle opened into a huge bowl because it gives a visual of what the jungle looks like.
It does give a visual. I agree. Also, the author said he could look down, way, way down. I can see how high and deep it is, connecting with the shaping of a bowl.
I wonder why the writer wrote he could see there 3 heads in the water, heads with arms moving slowly to keep them afloat. I wonder if the author wrote that because the water was too deep.
Maybe the water was deep, so they used their arms to stop from drowning. And then it made him wobble to look down. He closed his eyes. His whole body trembled. The trail was no wider than the length of its foot, and it was wet and muddy from little rivulets of water that bled from the side of the cliff. I like that the author said it made him wobble to look down because it gives a visual that he might be dizzy.
I agree. I also like that the writer said his whole body trembled because you know that he's kind of scared.
When the author said the trail was no longer than the length of his foot, I liked it that it gave a visual to how thin the trail was.
Yeah, I totally agree. I also think the author was very descriptive when he said, and it was wet and muddy from the little rivulets of water. It gave me a really good visual.
It gives me a good visual too because it says in a descriptive way that it's probably slippery.